The Women's World Cup final is set. Spain were the first team to book their tickets to the final, and they keep making new firsts for themselves in this tournament. It was their first time in the quarterfinals, first in the semifinals, and now obviously the first time in the finals. Their opponents, England, booked the second ticket to the final, and they are also appearing here for the first time in their history as well, but they have been edging closer and closer to a finals appearance, making the semifinals in 2019 and 2015, and also the quarterfinals in 2011 and 2007. The final is set for 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, August 20th. Now, despite being slightly higher ranked, England being 4th versus 6th for Spain in the FIFA rankings, it is Spain who come in as slight favorites in the odds. Let's look at those odds. Spain are plus 175 to win in regulation, while England are plus 180, and the draw is what bookmakers think is the most likely result after 90 minutes, as it's priced only at 2-1. But to win at any means, it is Spain at minus 125, who are tipped as favorites, while England are minus 106. Now, if you want to bet on this game to be decided specifically in extra time or in penalties, you can do that as well. So to be decided in extra time, it's plus 550, or no, minus 900. To be decided in penalties, plus 400, or no, minus 600. A bet on over 2.5 goals is plus 150, under, minus 200. Both teams to score yes, plus 100, and both teams to score no, minus 138. For Spain, in the semifinals, it was tight despite Spain having 63% of the possession. Spain had the shots edge, 13-6, but the shots on target were equal at 3-3. The corners were also equal at 3-3 as well against Sweden. And for 80 minutes, this game looked to be going to extra time, and the underbettors were sitting back, counting their money with not too much time to go when the score was still 0-0. However, Salma Paralluelo had scored. She scored in the quarterfinals, and she now got her second Women's World Cup goal, breaking the deadlock in the 81st minute to give Spain the lead. With time running down, Sweden equalized through Rebecca Blomqvist in the 88th minute, so it again looked like things would be going into extra time, but again, it was not so. Spain had other thoughts, and Olga Carmona scored just seconds later in the 89th minute, and Spain booked their ticket to this final. For England in the semifinals, they played the second semifinal, and they went up against co-host Australia. They did so without the suspended Lauren James, who was serving the second game of her 2-game suspension, but she will be back here. She had been leading the team with 3 goals and 3 assists. But others stepped up, as Toone got England on the board first in the 36th minute to open the scoring. Sam Kerr was making her first start for Australia this tournament and got her first goal of the tournament in the 63rd to level it at 1-1. But Lauren Hemp and Alessia Russo, who had each scored in the quarterfinal, each found the net again in the semifinal in the 71st and the 86th minutes to ice the win for England, winning 3-1. England had 58% of the possession, the shots edge 15-12, shots on target edge 5-4, but Australia led in corners 6-5. If we want to bet on scoring props in this game, naturally being in the final, both of these teams having played more games than anybody else, Spain are among the leading scorers, and they now are actually the top scorers in the tournament with 17 goals. They have 3 players coming into this game with 3 goals each. That's Bonmati, Hermoso, Redondo, but none of those 3 have managed to score in the past 2 games. Now, 2 of those 3 are among the top 3 favorites to score in the final. Hermoso comes in 2nd overall at plus 240, Redondo 3rd overall at plus 275. It's Esther Gonzalez who is the most favored to score in this game at plus 210, while Bonmati is down at 5-1. Spain have difference makers all over the lineup, and 9 different players have scored for them in this tournament, including youngster Paralluelo, who is just 19, scoring her first 2 Women's World Cup goals. She's priced at plus 350 to score her 3rd national team goal in the final. 7 players have double-digit shot attempts for Spain, and that being Hermoso, Bonmati, Gonzalez, Redondo, and Paralluelo, leading that with 18, 17, 17, 16, and 16. So those are some players to look at who are getting lots of shot attempts so far in this tournament. Redondo now leads in shots on target for Spain with 7, while Hermoso, Bonmati, and Paralluelo all have 6. Redondo and Hermoso have the highest XGs on the team at 4.1 and 3.8. Now for England, they too have 3 players who are now tied on 3 goals in the tournament for the team lead, those being Lauren James, Lauren Hemp, and Alessia Russo. Russo comes out as the most favored from the Lionesses to score in this game. She's the 4th overall favorite at plus 333, tied alongside actually Rachel Daly at the same odds for England. Both Hemp and James are priced at 4-1. Now 4 others have scored once for the Lionesses this tournament. When it comes to who is piling up the shots, that is easily Russo. She has 22 shots, 12 shots on target, which are both team highs for England. Second in both of those categories for England is Rachel Daly with 12 attempts and 7 shots on target. Hemp has the 3rd most attempts 9, and is tied with James for shots on target with 5. Both Russo and Hemp have an XG of 2.2 for England. Some stats in this game: Spain have the most goals, 17, the highest XG, 18.1, and the highest XG differential at plus 14.6. They also have the most shots and shots on target. They put 143 attempts at goal, putting 45 on target. Their opponents have only had 36 attempts and 15 shots on target. Spain's games have all gone over the total. They are almost all gone over the total. They are 5-1 to over 2.5 totals in regulation. For England, their games have been even. If you were betting over/under, they're 3-3 to over 2.5 totals. They have 87 shots, 36 shots on target for second overall. Their opponents have 66 shot attempts and also 15 shots on target. Historically, England have held the edge when these teams have met. They're 6-3-2 versus Spain in their 11 previous meetings. England got the better of Spain in extra time, 2-1 at the Euros last year, as well in July in their most recent meeting. Spain's really only made one misstep, though, in this tournament, and that was losing 4-0 to Japan in the group stages. Otherwise, their games have been 3-0, 5-0, 2-1, though it was 2-1 in regulation versus Netherlands, and then the 2-1 win versus Sweden. Spain has left scoring late, though, in their past 2 games. The scorelines might read 2-1 in their past 2 games, but it was 0-0 against Netherlands and also 0-0 against Sweden until the 81st minutes, actually, of both of those games. England are still unblemished, having won 1-0 over Haiti, and Denmark 6-1 over China in the group stage as well. And in the round of 16, they drew Nigeria, the PK win, beat Colombia 2-1 in the quarters, and they finally just beat Australia 3-1 in the semifinals. They too have been scoring later in games. They scored in the 63rd minute to get the win over Colombia, and they had goals in the 71st and 86th minutes versus Australia. So if you happen to think that a late goal is coming in this game, some books will offer this, a timing prop of when goals will be scored. Bet365 do have this prop. You can bet a goal after 69:59, so 70 minutes or onwards, and that's minus 120, so that could be an option if you think late goals will happen again. Spain has scored multiple goals in every game this tournament. Both teams to score has hit in every knockout round game for them as well. While England got off to a slow start offensively in the Women's World Cup, they've now scored multiple goals in 3 of their past 4. They too have been cashing both teams to score bets of late, with 3 of their past 4 doing so. I think we get a goal from both teams in this game, as both have lots of offensive talent. And if I'm picking the winner, I think Spain has looked like the best team in this tournament, and that they will and should get their revenge over England from the Euros. So let's go both teams to score in the Women's World Cup Final, as well as Spain to simply advance and win by any means. Now, what do you think? Drop your Women's World Cup Finals predictions in the comments below. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more soccer picks. We have more picks this weekend in MLS, the Leagues Cup, and leagues all across Europe. So thanks a lot, everybody, and good luck with your finals picks.